screen. Happy Sunday. I feel like I have been away for a month of Sundays, but I am back and I do have a surprise reveal tonight from Dooney. We've got the box sitting right here. I have a reveal that I want to share with you because the bags are currently available for the 12 days of Dooney. There are a few colors that are still available. I think there might be a few of you that may be curious or interested in the bag once you actually see the reveal, the color, see what it holds. And then I have a funeral. We have a bag funeral to end the live tonight. We're going to pay our respects to a bag, and we're going to do that by way of a story time. So, hey, Candy Crusher, happy Sunday. Ladies, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up. I was away for my birthday, and when I got home, I had a box that was delivered from Dooney and Bourke. It was not something that I ordered because it had the name on the shipping label from one of the folks on the marketing team. So I am super excited to get into this box and see what it is. Happy Sunday, ladies. So I'm excited. So I am ready to dive in. I'm hoping that you're ready for the adventure too. So it has been I guess it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks now since I was on live. I've celebrated a birthday since then. That was part of the reason that I missed the last 2 weeks. 1 week I was actually on my birthday trip, and then the week before that I planned to go live, but the whole packing situation thing, y'all understand how that goes, so it did not go as I planned, so I needed to focus on that so that I didn't put my flight at risk. And we're gonna get out of this box here. So here we go. So we've got the infamous Dooney box. I would really, really, really like for them to offer gift wrapping boxes, etc. as an option, even if it is for a fee. Maybe they'll consider that for next year. Alright. So here we go with the surprise reveal. Oh. Alright. I got stuff everywhere. So I've got 2 ducks. The Christmas duck and the Greta duck. And a card that says, Dooney and Bourke, hi, thank you so much for partnering with us. We love your style and we hope you love ours. We are so excited to be working with you. Cheers, the D&B team. So there's the card. And let's see, how are we going to do this? Look! Okay, I'm going to save the bag for last. The first is American Trench Made in the USA socks. This is their Cotton Fair Isles. And it says American Trench makes the things we need for everyday life, made with integrity in the United States. It doesn't say what city or state they're in, but they are made in the US. So I like those. They are nice and thick. For those of you that are in much cooler climates than I am, you may want to take a look at American Trench. These are nice and thick. So that's one thing. The next is perfume. No, it's a scented candle from the brand Replica, and it is by the fireplace. It's the brand Mason Margiela Paris. Let's see. Woo, I just took the plastic off and I can often smell the embers. Oh, it definitely smells of burnt wood, the smokiness of a fireplace. So, no question about it. Let's see if that's gonna focus. Yeah. And there's the name right there by the fireplace. All right. So that is gift number 2. All right. Number 3 says it's made, the paper says Yeti coolers out of Austin, Texas. I'm definitely a Yeti girl. Do you see that? And it has the mag slider here. I love Yeti because if you lose or misplace a top, lose or misplace a mag slide, or you decide that you want to change the closure to your cup or your insulated vessel, you can always go back to like a Dick's Sporting Goods or an Academy Sports or something and actually select a different top for those. I agree, they should absolutely put these on the website along with the cover for the 2025 calendars, because I don't know yet if that's going to fit the cover that I already have. But I would love, y'all know, if I could get this in red, or if you could like customize the etching on your, oh, this would be so great. All right, so this will not be the last that you see of this. Trust me. Trust me. All right, I've got to find a place to sit that. And then last but not least, it's Drawstring, and is this Penrose or Sorrento? Hold on, let me check. Let's see here. Let me go onto the site. I want to say, or is this Luca? I have no clue. They won a round of Stump the Chump, because I have no clue. It is, okay, it's not the Crossbody. It is the Lucca leather drawstring. That's it, right? See the difference in the color in the picture versus it in person? But I am pretty sure. Is that the color elephant? It doesn't feel like elephant. That could be elephant because of the gray. Yeah, yeah, that's the same strap. So it is the Luca leather drawstring. All right, so let me... All right. Let's do a tour of Lucca. All right, so the first thing is no feet under the bottom, but it does have a nice depth on it. It is a little bit smaller in length, so those of you that prefer smaller profile bags, I would say this is small, barely falling into the medium. It would not be considered medium for me, but it has the gold logo plate here on the front. No pocket on the back, but look at this leather. The texture of this leather is giving very even pebble, and this leather feels thick. It's definitely got some weight to it. It has the equestrian strap that we all love because it just holds on to your shoulder. And then it has the leather stopper here in the back. So you're not going to have to worry about your drawstring getting all wonky when you're adjusting your bag. It's not going to ever get off center because this tab is going to make sure that it only, adjusts within these two grommets that are here on the back. The grommets are gold, unlike some of the other drawstring bags that we've seen that are just, cutouts in the leather or the material that the bag is made out of. This Lucca actually has the gold hardware, the grommets throughout. The drawstring has the little center divider, so that's going to help from a control standpoint, and you can see all of the beautiful stitching. And then in the interior, I'm going to just stick that here. That was my Yeti falling. Okay. It has a light interior. So I know some of you prefer anything over the red. I love the red, but I'm good with the light or the gingham from back in the day. It has, I'm not even going to call it a modified SDS because it's not. It has a back small zip. It has the logo patch sewn on the back wall underneath the pocket. Everything is collared in this Lucca leather. It does have the nylon key keeper. You can see your Dooney tags there. And then on the front wall here, you can see a slip pocket. Let me see if my phone is going to fit. Phone will not fit horizontally. Vertically, it is going, there we go. All right, vertically, because my phone is super tall, it would, you see how the pocket is buckling there? So I don't know that that's the best place to store. Now, my work phone would probably be fine there. It's an older iPhone, but my personal phone would need to either, I'd probably just slide it in on the side. All right. Elbow test has me a little nervous. Let's see what it's going to do. It cinches super tight closed at the top. Let's see if my phone's going to come out. The silica packets came out. The key keeper, because nothing is attached, came out. But that's it. Wait a minute. Let's see that again. Let's see. Okay. I was not expecting that. It does kind of hit the bottom of my elbow, but it clears. All right, let's see what fits. Let's see what fits. I want to see what it holds other than my phone. All right, we're going to keep the phone in here because I don't have a pocket or anything that I can keep it in. We are going to use a coin case for either cards or a small wallet, keys, and we're going to stick that in the pocket here. Phone is just rolling around. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is, what do I want to use as a wallet? Let's use, you know what? I'm curious to see if a full size wallet. Let's see. All right, so my double zip, my phone every time I flip the bag around, my phone keeps tumbling. But the double zip wristlet fits. So if I wanted to use that as a full size wallet, it's definitely fitting in there. Let's see what else we have. We can put a deluxe mo in. We've got that. Let's see here. I need, what do I want to put in? We're going to use a pad of paper or a mini calendar or notebook. That fits. Now the only thing about this double zip wristlet is it's definitely, well, let me see if it's gonna. All right, it doesn't look misshapen, but it's definitely from side to side. The wallet goes, it's the full length of the bag. Let's see what else we can put in here. All right, let's see. I'm gonna take the phone and let's turn this one sideways. Will that all fit? All right, so we've got keys in the zipper pocket or small wallet or small card case. I have the fold over zip wallet. I have a deluxe mo, my note phone, pad of paper, and a double zip bracelet. I still don't have anything in the zipper pocket, and I could still throw my keys in over the top or on the key leash, and possibly, I didn't bring a bottle of water. I have a cup of water tonight. I think I could steal in this space right here. I think I could still toss like a 16.9 ounce bottle of water and still be able to cinch it. Now, would you need 4 wallets? No. But, you know, I'm going to show you from a capacity standpoint what you can fit in here. Now, if we wanted to, let's take out the double zip. That still leaves the coin case, deluxe mold, and the fold over. And let's see if we can get a small Dooney cosmetic. Now this cosmetic is going to be smaller than the cosmetic cases that are currently available online, like hydrangea, chevron, like the dots, like the doodle. This is smaller than that, so just keep that in mind if you're thinking about this bag and what it will hold. That will fit on its side. It will also sit flat. It holds a whole lot more than I thought. And in an attempt to not mix brands tonight, but I am going to throw in my hard-sided sunglasses from MCM for that case, because whether it's sunglasses, readers, whatever you have, you may not have a case that's big, but you'll be able to see it still fits. And it cinches pretty close. I suspect that much like every other drawstring, this is going to relax with time. There it is. Just need to let that. Yeah, perfect. All right, so it doesn't sit out very far from the body. So for those of you that don't want a lot of extra on your side or on your hip, look at that. I love it. And y'all know I love a good neutral. A good taupey, year-round, mauve-y. All right. Let's talk about this, the construction of this bag and the leather. So you can see here from the top of the bag that this is folded over, but this is still not thin leather, and you can tell that by looking at the thickness of the belting, even the thinness of the belts on the strap. This is not thin leather. It does have some weight to it. I would put it, it's soft and squishy, but it still has some of the same weight characteristics as pebble grain leather. So I don't want you to think that you're going to get something that's going to be super lightweight, because that is definitely not the case. It is a thicker pebbled leather. I don't know that I would have picked this one on my own. So I think the team got it right. But if you recalled, it's probably been, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months ago, I actually revealed a small Greta drawstring bag, and I was super surprised at what that bag would hold as well. So maybe as I close out 2024 and I continue to evaluate my collection in 2025, I may consider, giving some more arm time to some of the smaller bags in my collection. And dare I say, maybe even venture on shorter trips to travel with them to see how they fare. I've done that with some larger ones, and some of them have been completely taken off of the board. But I have, for the most part, steered clear of smaller bags for my work travel, just because of all of the things that I normally travel with. But I just got a new backpack, and maybe some of the stuff that I would have normally been tossing in my purse because my backpack was too small that I normally have with me, I can relocate, which would give me an opportunity to travel with some of the smaller bags that I have, because not every bag that I have is a tote or is ginormous. Just know that. All right. So I I I'm not gonna cry because it's gonna mess up my face and I don't have tissue in here. But let me say this. Um, I do not take it lightly or for granted that the reason that Dooney and Bourke extended an opportunity for me to become an affiliate and a partner with the brand is because of this amazing community. If it were not for your interaction, your steadfastness, your sticking with me, whether I'm here at 6:15 or 6 o'clock or 6:30 or not at all, if it were not for your interaction on, on other platforms with me, then this would not be possible. I fully acknowledge that this is not because of me, because I could continue to show up and not a single person show up for the live stream, and it would have never ever gotten the attention of Dooney and Bourke. So I know that none of this is possible except for your support and you continuing to show up week after week, video after video, and continuing to support the platform. So I just want to say thank you. It means a lot. I have no clue what 2025 is going to bring, but what I will tell you is that I'm excited to wrap up 2024 and that I could not be more excited. I could not have greater anticipation about what 2025 will bring to this channel, for our relationship and for this tribe. I do not take that lightly. Like wins, losses, and I've had some pretty significant losses, and you ladies have shared all of that with me. I don't take that for granted. I really don't. And thank you for that. And I want to say thank you to the Dooney and Bourke team for recognizing this community, and the support that the collective has for an amazing brand. All right, so that's the surprise. Now, let's get into two reveals, and then we are going to end in a somber state. Just kidding. But we do have a funeral for tonight. So if you're curious about what that's all about, I promise you I will make it worth your while if you stick around. All right, so today is day 12 of the 12 days of Dooney. And I don't know if Diamond is in the live stream tonight or not, but she's posted a message on a different video and was like, hey, where are you? I'm waiting for the commentary on the 12 days of Dooney. So I appreciate you ladies calling me to task and keeping me honest for the things that I have committed to do. I was out of the country when the 12 days of Dooney started, and I knew it was coming, but with the time change and everything, I completely lost track of the days. But that's the reason that some of the videos, like you're getting them early in the morning and late, it was because of the time difference, and I'd get it early and then it was just crazy. And then there were times that it was pretty echoey because I was trying not to disturb other people that were asleep. So I was actually filming in the bathroom, so you were getting the echo and all of that other stuff. So I just appreciate you all supporting and watching though my rundown of the 12 days of Dooney and the inventory. There were two videos that actually, based on their length, that YouTube actually recorded as shorts instead of as actual videos. And the reason that they've done that is because they have actually extended the time duration for a video to be classified as a short. So if you're like, I only see 10 days of videos, I'm still missing two, Check in the shorts because the other two videos are actually in that video um, bar. They are not posted as regular videos. All right, two bags. If you are following me over on LTK, you already know that I ordered these because I've posted what I've ordered, posted stuff from my birthday trip. There's more stuff to come over there. But these bags caught me off guard. I'm super excited that they were safely delivered and were available by the time I got back from my trip. And now I want to share them with you because they are still available and they were $99. Some of the colors have sold out. A few of my tribe sisters actually picked up other colors that I hemmed and hawed about, and now the colors are gone. But when I shared it, in the rundown of the 12 days, I was like, get it now. I could not believe that it was new and already on sale. What are we talking about? We are talking about the Sweety Crossbody Hobo. I picked it up in two colors, amethyst and the Kelly green. I feel like it has been a month of Sundays in asking and waiting for Kelly green to come back. And now that it is coming back, I'm picking up avocados and Kelly's in any and everything that I can get my hands on. Because as I share it with you, while we may not think of green as being a neutral color, it is. Just think about it. There is not a tree or a flower that blooms or grows that nature has not perfectly harmonized with the green foliage, green leaves. It works with everything. So you could move into your Kelly green bag and live in it, and it is going to go with everything. And wait until you see this Kelly green. It is a beautiful, rich pop of color. But let's start with this amethyst. This is 64 of 75. So 64.75. So there are not a ton of them, but the amethyst color is still available on the site. Everything's linked down below. And look at this cutie. Do you see how beautiful and rich this purple color is? It is coming off true to color on camera. Just take that in. Dooney does not do purples and amethysts and plum wines very often, but oh, when they do it well. It will make you turn your head and give it a second glance. This bag does not have feet under the bottom, but you can tell if you look right underneath here, there's a little bit of a ledge so that it actually creates a base for the bag to actually sit on. And then on the back, you have the Dooney Bourke, and it is a textile that is just sewn on this back flap. No pocket or anything. This leather is gorgeous. The stitching reminds me so much of Alto. It reminds me of Beacon in that it pops. This leather also, Sweety reminds me of Alto leather, of Beacon leather. It is structured, and I can already tell from in the handling, you can see right there, it's going to transfer like the oils and stuff from your hand. All right, let's get this. Strip show over. All right, it has a adjustable strap. It also has the third section. So if you wanted to convert this into a very short shoulder bag, you could. Not making any promises, but we may do that before we end tonight. The sides have this bag, other than the hardware on the strap and the turn lock closure, there's no other hardware on the bag. The leather actually is making the attachments for the strap. The leather is making the support base on the back, on the bottom. This is gorgeous. Turn lock closure. No Dooney Bourke around the hardware, but it does have beautiful stitch work. Oh, is my phone gonna fit? Where's my phone? All right, I gotta dig stuff out of Lucca. All right, so we're gonna start. Oh, let me show you the inside first. All right, so from an interior, it is all leather. All leather. Same color as the bag. It does have the Dooney tag sewn in this corner here. And then it has one back slip pocket. So that's it. All right, let's see what's gonna fit. Phone. So you can see that. I think I'm actually, yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna do phone. We're gonna do a Dooney Florentine card case as my wallet. And I want to see if that's going to slip right in the back pocket. And then we're going to use this as keys. So phone, keys, hand sanitizer, hand cream, I could still fit some more stuff in there, it looks like. But I'm going to let you see what it... So it's definitely going to hold the essentials. You could probably even get a little extra in there, right? Because if you just drop your key fob, and if you don't have your key fob like in a case or anything, you could probably stick your key fob over in the same corner as your hand lotion, and then that gives you that space back. Or could put everything in the coin case, ditch the card case, and that frees up the the slip pocket for you to do something else with. No strain on it, closed with no problems. Alright, I gotta get Luca. I'm gonna sit you right here. Alright, so let's see here. Perfectly adjusted. It doesn't, I mean, it's falling right at my hip. Hand falls right underneath the bottom. And let's see if it's already adjusted for fluffy girls or if it's going to give me a mammogram. That's mammogram-ish. It's definitely mammogram-ish. But I could let it out a little bit more. But what I really want to adjust for is to see, like, from a shoulder standpoint, if I take out the third section, how short is this going to be? All right. Strap again is not removable, but it does have the third section. And I'm going to throw this in the second one. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is so stinking cute. concerts, dinners out, worship, graduations, doctor's appointments, movie nights, your grab and go for your work stuff, your Target run, your I'm running to take the packages to UPS or the post office. I've got parent teacher conference. I'm going to go look at the house, look for the car, like enroll my kid in the spring semester of school, because all you need really is your keys and your checkbook. They just go. But anyway, this is so cute. This is the color Amethyst. And y'all, I'm scared I'm going to be looking for my phone here in a little bit. Now let's look at the Kelly Green. I think the Kelly Green, let me put the strap back on here. I think the Kelly Green is still available on the site. The pink, I think, was still available. And the black is gone. Believe it or not, one of my tribe sisters picked it up in black, and when she sent it, I was like, oh man, am I going to have to go back and get it in black? And now black is gone. So I'm hoping that it will restock, but it's probably not going to be at the $99 price point. All right, so that didn't take long to readjust. Let me show you this up close, though. So other brands, of course, are doing this, and Dooney has done it exceptionally well. Let me show you the thickness of this leather so that you can, let me take some of this stuff out. Hold, please. All right. So it is not the thickest leather, but it is super structured and sturdy. But similar to Beacon, similar to Alto, I'm just going to go ahead and say that you scratch it, that's your love mark. It's not going to buff out. That's just going to be the Sweety leather. Now, this is the Crossbody Hobo, but they do have a little small one that almost looks like a little square or rectangular chest. That one I have linked down below as well in the color Dove Gray. They do have a few more colors still available in that one, and it's $89, whereas this one is on in the 12 days for $99. All right, long awaited, the reappearance of Kelly Green. And I got 44 of 75. Do you see that green? Looky, looky. All right, Kelly Green. Oh my goodness. Take that in. Just take that in for a minute. That color saturation, this leather is taking color like it's nobody's business. Like, it's just absorbing it. It is rich and saturated. The leather is flawless. It is structured. Oh my goodness. I would kiss you, but then you'd have red lips all over you. So we're not going to do that. But Kelly Green and the Amethyst. So I hope that you were following along with the 12 days, watching, looking, following over on LTK. I hope that you did not miss the opportunity to pick up an amazing color. They had the Amethyst, the Kelly Green, red. I didn't get because I didn't think that red would actually have a place because I have smaller alto bags, and I didn't want the Sweety to actually compete with some of my alto pieces. So that's the reason that I didn't pull the trigger on the red one. Black, I just hemmed and hawed because y'all know how I feel about a black bag, but there's something going on with me where I am actually picking up and using more black bags. I've done that way too many times in 2024, but let's see, what other color did they have? The fuchsia. I'd have to go back now and watch the video because I have gone brain dead. But if anybody remembers, just drop it in the chat because there were other colors that were available, and these were the two that I picked up. All right, so let's talk about it. If you would join me in a moment of silence. There was a handbag fatality since you last saw me. So just a quick moment of silence. So let me start by saying that the older I get, the more birthdays I celebrate, the more aware I am of things that happen to old people, like falling. Like, I don't want to fall. But I had not one, but two falls right before my birthday trip. To the point that I was at the Orthopedic Alliance Urgent Care and I got fitted for a brace for one foot and ankle and was in a boot for the other and medication. Like, my family was like, so what are you going to do about your birthday trip? And I said, well, I guess just me and my boots are going to just get a wheelchair and get on the plane. We're going. So, the bag that we are memorializing tonight is none other than Florentine Bailey. I know. She's an infant. She just got released from the hospital. She just got here, but y'all, let me tell you. So, right now, the Birmingham, Alabama airport, I'm sure there is somebody somewhere that has my fall on video and they are laughing their butts off. So let me tell you. So I am in Birmingham for a business trip. It was the worst business trip. Second worst business trip in 25 years. The worst will always be the one where I was away and got the call that my mother passed away. This trip to Birmingham is number 2 to just that. There was all kinds of stuff that happened that week, including the fact that my rental car got possessed. It turned off that morning, but at some point, I guess it turned back on. And by the time I got ready to leave work that evening, when I went outside, the remote would not work. I couldn't open the door, but the console was on. But I couldn't start the car. I couldn't turn anything off. I had to take the actual key fob out of the remote and actually use the manual key in order to open the car. So needless to say, I had to, get all of that situated with the rental car. They arranged for a tow. It's dark, it's cold, it's raining, and I'm in downtown Birmingham at work. There was a whole incident with the tow truck driver, yada yada yada. All of that to give you the lead up as to why I had my behind at the airport on a trip that I actually drove to. So I had to go pick up another car. So the rental car company, of course, was going to arrange for an Uber. But I didn't want to go back out that night because, again, it was cold, it was late, it was dark, I was hungry. I didn't want to have to deal with it. I'd already checked in with a coworker and had made arrangements for them to pick me up from the hotel for work the next morning. And when I spoke with her, I was like, hey, can I get one of our drivers to take me over to the airport? And she was like, of course. So that was traumatic. I trust that we hire people that know how to drive and that are safe, because part of their job is safe driving. But I was holding on to like my life the distance from the office to the airport. I decided, you know what? This is my last business trip. It was right before Thanksgiving. I am literally on PTO until the first Monday after the new year in January. I'm off for like 6 weeks. So I was like, I'll deal with that next year. I just need to get to the airport to get a car. So I get out of the car. I am getting across the street. I am walking into the garage at the Birmingham airport where the rental cars are. And I am walking on the sidewalk, and there evidently was a place on the sidewalk where it was not even. You know how like concrete or the sidewalk will crack and it'll lift a little bit? Because my right foot caught that edging of where the sidewalk pavement was raised, and my left foot kept going. And when I tell you it threw me, let me tell you, I thought I was dead. I can laugh about it now because I'm no longer on medication, but I thought I was dead. Glasses flew, bag flew, like face down, flat on the ground. It took it, like I could see it happening. Like I could see the ground coming at me fast. And the whole time my brain is like, what can you do to stop it? What can you do to stop it? And it was like nothing. So as soon as I hit the pavement, I hear this gentleman who was doing sanitation nearby. He yelled over and said, ma'am, are you okay? And in that moment, I just wanted to like just sink right on into the ground, just cover me with dirt and just leave me here. And when I finally caught my breath, the only thing I could say was, I hope so. I hope so. So I finally get up, and at this point, it literally is like shame, camera, every part of my body, and some things that I'd forgotten about was achy, sore, bruised. I'm like, I know elbows were gonna be bloody, knees were gonna be bloody. I had road rash on both the palm and the back of my hands. When I tell y'all it was catastrophic, I just knew they were going to have to call the paramedics, because before I could get up, I had to roll over and sit up first. That's how bad it was. So I finally get a car, and they literally put me in a car that is this size. Now, mind you, I just told you, I have Teletubbied my behind onto the concrete, the cold concrete. And now y'all want me to fold my fluffy behind into a tink-tink car? So I get to the hotel, and no, I had to go back to the office, right? Because at that point, I didn't have like my laptop or anything. I didn't have my coat. I didn't have anything because it was just, driver was just going to take me, run me over to the airport, pick up a car, come back. They didn't have the return ready. They didn't know where it was. They didn't have the paperwork. They were short on cars. It was a whole fiasco, and the only thing I could think of was, if I sit down anywhere, I'm not getting back up. I got to keep moving so that at this age, stuff does not lock down and get stiff, because it will do that in a heartbeat. So I start back in the building, and I just really just want to go get my stuff and go to the hotel and lay down. That's all I wanted to do. I walked in, and an employee was like, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And I wanted to say, "No, I just want to go lay down. Do you understand the trauma that has happened to me in the last 90 minutes? I just want to go lay down. I just want to go to the hotel." So I get to the hotel eventually. And y'all, when I started looking at the damage to this bag, it showed me how hard I fell. So the next morning, I'm talking to my sister, and I video chat with her because I want her to see, like, my mom was one of 8 children, and my Uncle Larry, like, whenever you would fall or get scuffed up or whatever, he would refer to your skin as bark, like a tree bark. And like, you get up scratched up or bloody or whatever, and he'd be like, "Oh, that knocked the bark off of you," right? So I told my sister, and I was like, not only did it knock the bark off of me, it knocked the bark off of my bag. All right, so that was, video chatted with her on Thursday, fell on Wednesday, video chatted with her on Thursday, drove home Thursday night. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's why I wasn't here that Sunday, drove to Nashville. That was right before Thanksgiving. My sister and I had hair appointments that morning, and we were leaving out of the house together. I'm going to pause and just say that in the 2 weeks before I fell in Birmingham, my sister fell twice in one day. She said she didn't know what was happening. She didn't trust her legs anymore. Like, felt completely unstable. Like, do I need to just go ahead and press the 9 and the 1 and just hope that my phone falls close enough that I can hit the other one for emergency assistance? So she already had fallen twice, and we were like, "Oh my goodness, what is going on with us?" It's like, is like, as we're getting older, the thing that we don't want to do is fall. And here we go, like, she's fallen twice, and here I am. Y'all, so got this stuff, right? I'm wrapping up some stuff for work because I'm like, let me just get this stuff done. I don't want to be dealing with it all holiday season. So I'm like, I'm going to be sitting, getting my hair done anyway. I'm just going to take my laptop with me so I can get some work done. My sister's driveway is like super narrow. Like, it's just enough for her car. And if you park one way or the other, then there's enough for you to, like, step out on and then, you know, finish the sidewalk and into the house. Well, I came out of the house and around the front of her car because I was going to put my bag in her car because it was closer, because I parked actually on the next block. Yep, I walked around the car and my foot must have caught the edge of the sidewalk because it rolled. and threw me to the edge of the driveway to the back of her car. And all I could hear her say was, "Oh my God, I gotta go," because she was on the phone talking to a family member. And when she got to the back of the car, she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, no, I'm not." And she was like, let me help you, let me help you. So mind you, I have my purse, Bailey, who has already been scratched up, dinged up from Birmingham. I have my Coach backpack because I've got my work laptop because I'm like, I gotta sit there. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock some stuff out. So I am literally like flat on the ground again, forward, and like a turtle with a shell on its back, because she was like, "Well, let me get your backpack off of you." But when I fell again, I fell forward, and at this point, I'm like now resting on my palms and on my elbows. So the only way to be able to get the backpack off was I was gonna have to reshift my weight in some way. And let me just tell you, it was a no-go. I was just like, just leave me here. Just leave me here. Don't move me. I cannot. Everything in me that was not hurting from Birmingham, that had started to feel just a titch better, was like, what the hell? So we gotta have a funeral for Bailey, because when I show y'all, when I tell you it is scratched, it got the color knocked out of the leather. That is how hard I fell in Birmingham. Let me show you. I'm telling you, you have to have another moment of silence. Here she is. Okay? I'm going to get her close. Let me put this over here. Do y'all see this right here? Oh, the light's going to wash it out. Do y'all see this? You see this right here? There's a cut deep in that leather. Do you see this? It knocked the color and the top leather. It knocked the bark off of it. How does it hit here, here, here? Oh, it's washing out. Here. Here. Oh, where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Now, mind you, this is front and back. Do you see all of this? Here, 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 here. And look at this. Do y'all see this? When I tell y'all, I can laugh about it now because I can walk on my own. But let me tell you, this right here, this bag has a story to tell, and you would never believe that this bag has been in my collection for less than 30 days, or just right at 30 days. When I listen, do y'all see this? Do you see what kind of damage it not only stripped it, but it, do y'all see that? And the amount of color that got just sucked out of the leather. Do you see the rash there? I'm still alive. That is the biggest testimony that I have for 2024 is that I am still alive. I did not break anything because I thought that I had, and that's why I went to orthopedic urgent care, because things were swelling and not healing, and I couldn't put pressure on. Like, it was terrible. And meanwhile, I'm getting the alert from Delta saying it's time for you to check in for your flight. I was like, well, I guess when they ask for people to board that need some extra time, I will fall into that bucket for this trip because I am banged up, beat up. Listen, I cannot afford for a bag to come to this house and to be already beat up, dinged up, scratched up, because, baby, it has to take a beating and keep right on moving, because if I saw this bag on somebody's shoulder on a plane, let me just tell you, I would have turned up my nose and been like, does she know she need a new bag? Does she know her bag falling apart? Let me tell you, the judgment got knocked out of me, because now I'm like, I don't know what the story is behind that bag. That bag could be a complete war story on its own. But I'm telling you, I have been like, don't you know her straps are raveling? She got pop threads. Look at her leather, blah, blah, blah. The Lord has humbled me, and I'm still wearing my bag. Now, I'm getting ready to move out of it, but I'm going to move back in her, because after 2 falls and traumatizing me, I think she became a forever bag. This would be one of those bags that if it was on the resale market, I'd be like, they want how much for that bag? With all the dents and scratched and leather messed up and torn. Bailey said she needs her own health insurance card, because she might have wanted to call 911 even though they didn't call it for me, because she got some trauma. And all of that happened over the course of 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Days apart. The only reason I can say 2 weeks is because one happened on a Wednesday of 1 week and the next was the Monday of the following week. But it was not 7 days apart. So we're gonna memorialize Bailey, and just, I don't even know what to say anymore, other than when I hobbled my behind off and I got to the rental car counter, and I again am like, what just happened? What do I do? Like, I'm in pain. Y'all, I fell so hard, it knocked my glasses off my face out into the street, and they were still sitting like this. When I came back, they were sitting upright like this in the middle of the street, facing me, looking at me, because I was like, I'm not even going to be able to sign the contract because I can't see what's on it, so what happened to my glasses? So I hobbled myself back down to the scene of the crime. And there's sit my glasses. I'm so thankful that the cars that came through that way were perfectly centered and just rolled straight over them and not on them, because I did not have another pair with me. I have since corrected that. I have since been humbled about looking at other people's bags. I have become more aware of the surfaces that I am walking on. And dare I say that it has not mattered as of late what I'm wearing. If I cannot put on my boot, my brace, my compression socks, if I have not been able to get my tennis shoe over it, then guess what? I can't go. I cannot do it, because those are the things that have allowed me to be able to take steps on my own. So, yep, I have two knee braces. I have been able to do better without the knee braces because they gave me injections in both of my knees before I left for my birthday trip, because I was like, am I going to be able to walk? Is this going to cause issues at the altitude? Is this going to cause an issue? And they were like, hey, we recommend injections. We're going to do it. And I was like, fine. She who does not do needles was like, whatever it takes. And then brace on the right, boot on the left, compression socks on both, because everything was swelling. And finally, the palms of my hand, well, you're not going to be able to see it on camera, but the rash on the back, on the palms of my hand, you can't see it, but I can still feel it. And then the back side has actually, they've cleared. Yeah, for the most part. Because I have no skin. Like some of my knuckles have. I don't understand. How do you fall forward and get damage on the front, the back, the left, the right, the in, the out? I don't understand how it all happened. But I'm just thankful to be here. I really am, because if had things gone differently, it could have been last year, could have been my last 12 days of duty, and I could have not been back to get my box off the porch and everything. It was a hot mess. I can laugh about it now, but let me tell you, the number of tears that I have cried over this situation and the pain that it was in, and then losing a bag on top of it. I'm talking about trauma. So as if 2024 had not been adventurous enough, what the first, 10 and a half months of the year couldn't manage on its own, the end of the year is definitely making up for it. So that's why we have a surprise reveal. We had a double unboxing. A moment of silence. And a whole funeral. Don't she look like she been beat up? She look like she been in my collection forever. She already got a patina. So, if you see me out and about, and you look at red Florentine Bailey, and these bruises look familiar, then just come up and say, how you doing, DA? Because it's me. I'm sure there is not another bag that has sustained this kind of wear and tear and trauma in such a short period of time. So all of that to say, this is definitely a workhorse of a bag, and assuming that you don't like have a major catastrophe, this bag is built Dooney tough. Like, it is a workhorse of a bag. Even with the amount of scrapes and bruises and trauma, the top aside, right? I mean, that's gonna be the way I carry my bag. That'll be to the front, and I usually carry my bags like this, so you're not gonna be able to really see that. This is gonna be the leading profile though, and then the back of the bag that has more of the wear here, the rash. All of that's going to be against my body. Do you see how it skid that? Y'all see that? Woo! I don't know. I survived her. Maybe I should take her with me. So my sister and I are 2 for 2 for falls, and we have both said, all right, that's it. No more falls. We are literally at capacity for slip, trips, and falls. We don't have another one to spare between the two of us. So be careful out there, y'all, because these streets and falls are not for the faint of heart. And I know from looking at my analytics, I know the age demographic of the people that are really watching me, and all I'm going to say is be safe. That's all I'm going to say is be safe and, stay upright. All right. Listen, thank you so very much for hanging with me tonight. I do not take it for granted that you continue to show up again, time after time again. This has been an amazing year. It's not over just yet. I am planning a best of 2024. I feel like my list is going to be pretty short, but we'll see. I've got my notes. And there are a couple of things I'm like, was it really like the best of 2024? And for those of you that may be new, for the best of, every year is not necessarily a bag that I purchased and used in the year, but it could be a bag that I rediscovered or just started carrying or something along those lines that made it the best of for the year. So there could be bags that are no longer available that military mom, absolutely it is definitely on the list. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I bought it this year, carried it this year, and loved it this year. It could have been a bag that was previously purchased and I just enjoyed it in 2024. And that's kind of the situation here. All right. So that is coming. I do have birthday stuff, reveals, hauls coming up. I have a couple of things to share from my birthday trip. I have, for those of you that follow like the Sephora beauty stuff, I've got my birthday haul for Sephora coming up. I have some stuff that I bought on my birthday trip that I'm going to share. So that stuff is coming. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got stuff, including the fact that I did not film a hauled it, but how was it from a beauty standpoint, because things were just crazy. So I skipped this quarter, and when I do it in January, it'll be for 6 months because I haven't done one now in a quarter. So all of that stuff is coming. Just bear with me because I'm off and I'm in these streets. Me and my niece and Bailey. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up before you head out. I hope that you have an amazing week. If you are considering Sweety, you will not be disappointed. It is an absolute cutie. And even though the price of the Florentine Bailey has gone up since I did my initial video, it is still available in red. It's linked down below. And if you're interested in like first impressions and so forth, there is a Feed Your Addiction Live where I share my initial thoughts on Bailey. So if you're looking to do a little bit of research before you pull the trigger, you are in the right place. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope that you all have an amazing week. Don't forget to continue to scroll back through the 12 days of Dooney and make sure you're not missing out on something because these sales have been absolutely amazing. Don't miss out. Make sure that you are paying attention to the odds and ends section. I have fallen in love with the odds and ends. I love the entire concept of that product section, and I cannot wait to see what else will be added in to that odds and ends as we move into the new year. So if you've not checked it out, definitely check it out. I talked about it in one of my videos where there wasn't a whole lot to choose from for the 12 days, but I ventured down into the odds and ends and fell in love. I've purchased 3 bags, I think, out of that section already. Maybe 4. Let's go with 3. I know 3 for sure. I feel like there's a 4th one, but I don't know that the 4th one was in the odds and ends. It may have been one of the regular bags. But anyway, reveals coming soon for those as well. Yeah, I think that's everything tonight. So, thank you again for watching. I appreciate you showing up. I hope that you have an amazing week. And until next time, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction. Take care, everyone. Bye.